Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back to your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we're going to be talking about Ripple and XRP, but before we jump on in, I just want to ask for all you guys out there that are not subscribed to the channel, if you guys do learn something new by the end of this video, or maybe you just enjoy the content, whatever the case may be, definitely consider subscribing. Over 50% of you are not subscribed, which is absolutely crazy to me, so definitely hit that subscribe button and turn notifications on to never miss a future update if you guys do enjoy the content. Now, one thing that we have been noticing and one thing that we have been focused on is the overall price action in crypto. It's been very exciting for the last couple days, but ultimately we are still paying attention to things that could lead for the bullish overall price action to stop and turn bearish. Now, for all those out there that have been enjoying the overall price action, definitely hit that like button and also comment down below what you guys do believe the CPI print this Thursday will be. But ahead of the CPI print, which is going to be happening on Thursday, we are starting to see a little bit of bearish news coming up around crypto. For an example, here from Watcher Guru, we do see justincrypto.com to delist Tether USDT in Canada, citing compliance with a local regulator. I honestly don't doubt that we will see a lot more, Tether FUD coming out here soon. A lot of people have, already known my thoughts on Tether. Everyone really kind of understands where I am at with Tether. I think that with USDT, is it too big to fail? Absolutely not. But it is a very, very large aspect that plays around crypto where a lot of people are like betting on USDT collapsing. But the biggest problem with that is the repercussions if it does fall. Because again, a lot of people don't price in the repercussions of something as large as Tether collapsing and failing and what will happen after the fact. But also, this was not the only thing. Remember, if you guys do remember Binance, right? A lot of the Binance FUD that we've seen, coming up during December and November. Well, here you guys have from Gold Telegraph. Binance has acknowledged that its stablecoin has not always been backed fully with reserves. This is the world's largest crypto exchange. Reminder, Binance's former CFO did not have full access to the company's financial accounts for 3 years. We are in spooky hours, and here you guys have the source down here from Bloomberg.com. Now, again, are we just seeing orchestrated FUD at the perfect time to drop the markets? We have no idea, right? You could argue that this is playing into the fear aspect of, okay, let's get people to panic a little bit. Let's get people to sell off. Let's see what the markets do. It's questionable, but one thing that I'm focused on is just the CPI print. You guys know me. I just made a video recently talking about the CPI print. Sorry. I even said it over on Twitter as well. I said Thursday is the big day. CPI print for the U.S., followed by the Fed's decision at the end of the month into the 1st of February. Get ready, everyone, and buckle up. Because again, to me personally, with the CPI print, I'm not expecting it to be extremely bullish. I'm also not expecting it to be extremely bearish either. I think it's going to be neutral. I think a lot of people are expecting the Fed to, kind of look at it and say, okay, well, let's pivot or let's do 25 BPS. It does not really matter. All we need to understand is that when you go to the store or whatever you're shopping for or whatever you're paying, we know inflation is out of control. But again, they don't price in food and energy. Remember that. CPI does not include those two aspects, which in my opinion is just a better way of saying, hey, it's manipulated. It's a manipulated number. So we're definitely focused on the CPI print because it could change things greatly. Remember, this Thursday, the CPI print could change a lot of things around this market. But also, at the end of the month into the 1st of February, we are going to see the FOMC meeting. It is going to be a big day, and I would argue that's probably going to be a big, big moment for crypto as well as the global markets. Everyone needs to pay attention to this. And a lot of people have been asking me, like, do I expect a good or bad outcome? In fact, I actually think that this chart over here from CJ, I'm Crypt, over on Twitter, I think that this is one that I've been focused on for a while. I've been looking at where we are at now on Bitcoin. A lot of people are extremely bullish on Bitcoin's price action, which is understandable. We are in a supply zone, but we do see Monday's high taken and it's starting to look like a deviation. However, I'll primarily be looking for a long into 16.8 to 17K support for a further push up. Loses support and it then turns bearish in my opinion. Added some notes on the second chart, and here you guys have the two charts by or side by side, and here's the first one, right? So this is what I'm actually expecting. but I'm expecting lower, right? Because if the CPI print is rough, then we will most likely see a push down to this red line down here, which we could see a little bit of a better picture over here. So I'm looking at about 15.8K, which would be testing this demand back here. As you guys do see, it's a slight demand zone. This is that higher low scenario where we could retest this, or we might just even test around like 16.3K. Nonetheless, I'm really looking at this closely. Upside target up here is about like roughly 18.2K, or even just the moving average, the 100 I believe this is on the 4-hour chart. So the moving average 104 hour, which is this line up here, it's right around like roughly like 18K or so. And if we do continue to push up here, I'm not going to chase a long. We'll see if shorts develop into daily supply. Looking for longs on a sweep and reclaim of Monday's lows for the first instance, lose the purple zone, and we trade it back to 16.2K or potentially lower. So yes, this is what we are focused on. This is what we are watching for. And I think that, again, everyone's extremely overly bullish on the price action recently, but I've said it time and time again that the news and the media is against us. They will play into this. They will cause quick, and I say quick wicks to the bottom. And we're starting to see this develop right now. We just seen over here breaking news: World Bank cuts 2023 forecast and is warning of a global recession. Global. The combination of slow growth, tightening financial conditions, and heavy indebtedness is likely to weaken investment and trigger corporate defaults. And then over here, we also did see breaking news. The vacancy rate at Canadian office buildings reached a record high at the end of last year. Canadian real estate will be an interesting 2023. Nationwide, 17.1% of offices were empty, as 2.1 million square feet, 195,000 square meters of space failed to find a tenant, according to the fourth quarter report by CBRE Group Inc. And yeah, I mean, like right now, we're starting to kind of see things breaking slightly. A lot of people are expecting a recession right now, this minute, this year, but I do think that we might avoid a recession. If not, we're already in a recession. A lot of people question on if we are already in a recession or seeing the recession happen. I think that it's one of those things that is going to be unpredictable. I said it during the summertime that we'll most likely be in a recession because we already seen 2 negative GDP quarters in a row back in the summertime, and the media wasn't telling us that we were in a recession. Now all of a sudden they're saying recession, recession, recession. And when mainstream media is telling us this, it usually tells us that we will basically not see a recession. If not, we're already in a recession, and we'll probably see a melt up in stocks and crypto, which we are expecting to see nonetheless. But things are definitely rough. I'm not going to sit here and say like things are not rough, things are not getting worse, but economically, the long road ahead is going to look rough for most people that are not taking advantage of what's happening around the world. I mean, we see a big shift coming, we see a big narrative shift happening as well. And what is that narrative shift? Well, when we look at things happening around the world, we are starting to see China and the BRICS nations not only continue to accumulate tons of gold. We do see here the CEO of the world's second largest gold producer has said China had bought tons of gold around the high 200s mark. People think 2 consecutive months of gold purchases reported by China accurately reflect total reserves. Are you kidding me? This is all about strategy. And then over here from Frank Giestra, but it wasn't just Chinese buying gold. Other buyers include Turkey, India, Uzbekistan, Egypt, Qatar, and Iraq. It is worth noting that many of these countries have expressed an interest in joining the BRICS Plus alliance. And this is all talking about the de-dollarization. Gold purchases in the BRICS is picking up massively. I do believe that the BRICS are going to continue to expand, and there's been a lot of discussions around the BRICS creating their own reserve currency that they will be trading, that they will be utilizing for all their transactional volume and value. It's questionable on what that will be. It's questionable on what will happen. But in my opinion, when we look at what's happening around the entire world, we are starting to see a big shift around the entire payment infrastructure. In fact, over here, this is from Payment Infrastructure News. Insights into ISO 20022 based request to pay and its benefits and how it is influenced by open banking combined with open banking powered A2A account to account payments. RTP offers even more advantages. Merchants receive their funds through immediate payouts. We are seeing banks upgrade. We are seeing things being updated around the entire payment infrastructure. And what do I think is going to happen next? Well, yes, I do believe that there will be a big I think that there's going to be that Black Swan event, right? Now, could it be a recession? Could it be a depression? Could it be a full-on financial collapse, very similar to 2008? It's unknown, right? Black Swan events, they're not going to be predictable. It's going to happen, when you least expect. It's going to happen when most people are, sitting there, and all of a sudden, boom, it gets announced, and it just shocks them, right? Now, what do I think is going to happen after that? I think it's going to be the rollout of CBDCs, right? Because this Black Swan event's going to be a financial collapse. It's almost written on the walls. You could see it, right? A lot of people are sitting there waiting for this financial collapse to happen. I think that's going to be way bigger than 2008. I've talked about this many times. It's questionable on the timeline. Again, a lot of people are expecting 2023. A lot of people are expecting 2024. We have no idea when this is going to happen, but pay attention to the real estate market. The real estate market is the big game changer because once that collapses, everything goes with it. Now, with that, right, what do I think is going to happen after? Well, I think that they're going to roll out the new financial system. This new financial system will be backed by gold. Again, going back over here to the gold buying spree. Pay attention to the gold, right? I have bought so much gold. I have bought so much silver, and I have bought so much crypto. It's ridiculous. I have links to JM Bullion, which is what I utilize, down in the description below as well as in the comments below. If you guys do want to buy off of JM Bullion, I bought so much gold and silver off of them, and I stacked this with my crypto because, in my opinion, CBDCs are coming. They will be backed by gold issued out on private ledger technology. And we do see here from Quant, Gilbert Verdium, a well-designed CBDC can help provide a real-time view of risk and currency outflows to help implement specific and targeted measures to prevent financial contagions from spreading. He is talking about 2008. CBDCs could help solve a 2008 financial crisis. Now, what do I think is going to happen? We're going to see that financial collapse, very similar to 2008, probably much bigger. And what they will use is they will use that as an example on why they need to push out these CBDCs. They will launch this entire financial system. It will be backed by private ledger technology, DLT. XRP ledger is a perfect one. And we will see these CBDCs backed by gold. A lot of people ask me, why are you accumulating silver? I do believe that silver has a big role to play. And a lot of these companies, right, like Quant, like Ripple, and many other ones, are playing a vital role. The Digital Pen Foundation, a $1 trillion plus think tank company, they are not just sitting here doing this, research, and they're not planning, and they're not doing these developments, and they're not talking about things happening, just for fun. No. They are trying to see and realize the potential behind a digital pound. We are seeing digital fiat currencies being discussed, planned, trialed, and soon we will see them launch. This is happening. This is not just a, friendly discussion. This is not just an idea in my mind. No, we are seeing everything leading up to the big finale, and that is going to be the Black Swan event that allows for the rollout of this new financial system. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on because I'm more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. So it's up to you all. Have a beautiful day, beautiful night, wherever you guys are on this. Before this, been Nick. Peace out, guys.